Go. Hello, my little fantasy nerds, and please join us for another session of Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon Crawlers.
Where the group tries to not kill themselves. Anyways, we left off last. The group made their way from Bogberg through the swamps, past the temple, making their way to a kind of undeadish type land that you were warned by Delvin to kind of steer clear of or make your way hastily through. You came across two characters that seem to have mashed and or taken apart some of the guards that you guys had been following. The creatures attacked you without warning. Unsure why. You guys defended yourself, watching Alyssa getting chucked into the water and immediately being grasped from below by these undead type characters. The party brought this individual to a very low health, and it tried to flee. Upon trying to flee, Alyssa continued to rage and tried to attack this individual as the party tried to get her to stop. Unsure as to where she was, Alyssa just kept going after her prey. That is when the party turned and knocked Alyssa unconscious. Where we left off, Morn was currently grappled, holding Alyssa, and the party had kind of surrounded her, and were basically just holding her still, trying to make up their mind as to what they were going to do next. The sun is beginning to set. It's probably roughly around 4 o'clock. What would you guys like to do?
It's setting at 4 o'clock?
It's beginning to set.
Okay.
Like you can see the sun kind of, it's not like, in the middle of the sky. It's kind of like halfway.
Yeah, it's getting
it's beginning
closer
to go.
To the horizon.
Correct.
So we'll need to know how long Alyssa is unconscious for.
Yep.
Andre, can I have some of that rope?
Oh, yeah.
You guys had already done that. You guys had already wrapped her in rope.
Tie her up, yeah.
Yep.
You need more.
Okay.
No, this should be fine. Don't think she's breaking out of this. It'll be a little bit before I think she wakes up. That was a nice blow to her head.
So I think we should I guess take her with us, find a spot to set up for the night, and then decide what to do with her.
Well, I mean, I am of the opinion that we should make our incursion to the camp under the cover of darkness. I would rather do that, as that's when I operate best.
But Delvin warned us of the creatures that come out at night in these areas. Do we really want to be traveling?
And I don't know how well we can navigate the swamp once it gets dark out. It's been hard enough when it's light out. We're not able to see anything. Also, I'll say this while Alyssa's out, but do any of you wonder why she's, even still with us? I know we're supposed to be watching her, but because that kind of concerns me.
What, like worrying that she's just gonna run off?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the choices were stay locked in prison or come with us.
Well,
So I guess we were the lesser of, or the better of the two options.
lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Well, I can say that from experience with knowing beasts hunt, they don't exactly appreciate not being able to get the prey. I suppose I can understand. I don't know if that's
It
why
wasn't her
she did it.
prey, though. It wasn't her prey. They had gone over to rescue her from the lake.
True.
Yeah, maybe something in her still saw that as her target.
She was
And it was
killing
kind of like
because-
us getting between her and her target, so
She was
Yeah.
killing because she enjoys killing.
true.
I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen that, and that scares me.
I agree. Especially because she's so easily turned on us. That being said, we were turning on her of sorts, especially because we were essentially siding with what she saw as her target. So it kind of goes both ways.
In a way.
But who's going to be
Um,
the next? Who's going to be the next target that we don't want her to go after, and she does anyway?
That's
You
very
know?
true. I don't disagree that there's concern.
This is a swamp creature that, realistically, if we killed it, there probably wouldn't be an issue. But that doesn't apply to everyone.
No, you're right. There's a reason she was arrested. She's a wild card.
She did have a very difficult past too,
Emphasis on the wild.
right? Have to remember that she was an experiment.
Right. It's true.
She was made that way, maybe that can be unmade.
Maybe. Well, I'm willing to carry her. If we want to get going, we don't want to be out here when it gets too dark. If we can get closer to the camp while we still have light, I think that's ideal. So I'll pick her up. I'll start to go to grab her.
She had never really been put down. You were still kind of holding on to her. As
Yeah. I had her restrained. I'm gonna set her down, kind of put both my arms under her, so I'm carrying her more like this,
Okay.
or
But
maybe even toss her over my shoulder.
what happens when she comes to? And now she is restrained by us and being held prisoner by us.
Well, she'll either freak out or be willing to talk to us.
Okay.
I mean, if she freaks out,
If she freaks
the-
out, though,
the four
And
of us will be able to knock her out again.
yeah. But what if it's not just her? What if she wakes up while we're trying to rescue Henri's daughter? What if we're in the middle of the camp and all of a sudden we have all enemies around us and we still have to deal with her? Who?
Or
That's-
even if
that's-
she's awake, what happens? We get there. I can see that. There's an air of concern with whether we can trust her intentions.
I don't think the Obsidian Eye would necessarily want to work with her either. But they're both attacking us. Also, we're supposed to keep an eye on her.
I
It's
think
getting to the point I'm not sure we can do that. It's one thing to be deep down in a temple or, where else can she go? But if we're in the middle of a village, not able to run after her, she could be on her own.
at the same time I feel like, while I also don't understand why she maybe hasn't, being as wild as she is, why she hasn't just wanted to slip away. There's probably a reason.
Well, maybe before we
But-
would have tracked her down.
Maybe she'll share with us. But at the same time, I feel like there might be more simplicity than that. I don't. It may just be you're on our side. These are the bad guys. And being that she's so driven to take out, anything, which we still need to understand why that's such a deep-seated thing too, but it could have something or a lot of things to do with what happened to her too.
Aye.
She follows us around because we go places where she can kill things. I've only seen her smile when she sees the enemies ahead of us and goes in before we say anything.
It's true. So I guess I hope that when she comes to, she'll be maybe willing to not look at us as enemies.
Well, unfortunately, before we're done, I think there will be a fair amount of more things to kill. So
Oh, yeah.
that may be okay, but being blind, doing it blindly is not gonna be okay.
Keeping her around as a weapon seems irresponsible.
But
Yeah,
until we
it does
understand her
seem-
better, it's kind of hard to see her as anything other than that, because that's how she seems to see herself.
Yeah. So maybe locked up is a better place for her.
It might help to talk to her at first, at least see if she's willing to give us some insight, just so that we even know what to expect a little bit more, or what to do in situations like we just encountered, and hopefully not have to worry about not being able to trust her to go off and be crazy and do something that would be devastating.
I'll leave it up to Hanrei. It's your daughter that's at risk here. If Alyssa goes haywire.
I don't even know if she's here. Just thought we had a lead. But it does sound like some of my other... their lives could be in danger.
Well,
Maybe we
Look-
should
look-
have a talk first.
let's find a
before
spot to
making
camp.
decisions.
We can camp out till the morning. She'll be up by then. We'll get to see how well those knots are tied
Yeah.
and how much they can be trusted.
Who tied them, by the way?
I think we'll just have to see what happens.
Did Morn tie the knots?
No. I was holding her while someone else tied it.
Who tied the knots?
But I believe
Oh.
Hanrei tied it.
Nobody tied the knots. You guys just
I believe-
wrapped her in a rope.
I will
Hanrei
tie the knots.
Hanrei rolled a dex check
Oh,
Yeah.
to see how well he tied it.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It was a dexterity check to see how well you could put the rope around her.
Oh, I guess I assumed it was tied. But
Yeah, I
Um,
think we need to like hog tie her.
yeah. If she's not tied, that's even before I pick her up. But
Little pig tie.
apparently force skip does not
Um,
work.
Yeah, this is not the.
No,
It's
it's
not
amazing.
quite
Force skip is not working.
tense.
This be combat music.
we started.
At this point, the sun has begun to go down, and you do begin to hear the like sounds of the swamp at night, as creatures
Yeah.
are beginning. The ones that come out at night are beginning to wake up. These certain
Yeah.
creatures that stay awake during the day are beginning to find their places for the night.
I'm assuming that this. What was the spellcaster's name? What was this? Well, whatever. The troll and his wizard. They probably
Oh.
had some sort of house around here somewhere.
The gnome,
Yeah.
Witho.
Wizzo. Yeah. They probably had some sort of hut or pit or cave or something. Don't think they'll be needing it.
I'm gonna try to rejoin rhythm here.
I wrote Wizzo and Big One.
Crank,
Crank. Yeah.
Wizzo, and Crank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, so once she's tied up, I'll pick her up and I guess start looking around for some sort of
Okay.
place that they would have called home.
Who's tying the knots?
I'll try.
I'll help her out.
Seems like a ranger task.
Now, you see, do you know how to tie a handcuff?
Oh, what?
Handcuff.
I don't know what that is.
She needs more than just her hands tied up.
One
Okay,
step.
so roll a dexterity check.
Lovely.
With
You
the
feel like
bandage,
the knots are tied pretty well.
helping her, doesn't she?
Or you can roll, too.
It's a little late for that.
He said
I
he
said I
said he
was
was doing it.
Yeah, he said right away.
I definitely did.
Roll a dexterity check then.
What is going on with rhythm? Because now it won't shuffle either. Great.
The only command it's still listening to is fuck off. So at least it knows its place.
I mean, it listened to the play command. Ah, rhythm's broken. Whatever.
It might just be overloaded right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's alright. At least it's playing.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Looking for Wizzo's hut or home or pit or cave.
Okay, so
Okay.
all you saw was they ran off in that direction some way.
Are the bodies of the patrol still around?
They're
Are they...
scattered all across the ground around you, like just scattered.
I want to see if there's anything I can find on them.
Okay, make an
They didn't
investigation
take.
check.
Yeah, can we just do a quick loot check for anything good? Just
I'm looking for any like information that they might have had, missives or.
I'm just looking for gold.
I don't know
I'm
if they were
just corpse robbing for valuables.
Okay, make investigation checks, both of you.
Hell yes.
Okay. Henri, what are you're looking for?
I mean, I'm just kind of doing a general check, but I'm mainly looking for anything that might give us any clue about the camp, like its numbers or anything. I don't know if they would have had any documentation on them like that.
Letters, missives.
You don't find anything like that. You do find a small map of the area that leads to, it looks like it's kind of like a basic crudely made map. It looks like that's how they used to get around. That kind of points you in the general direction from what you can establish where the camp might be. And then you find a love note to, it seems like one of the guards he was sweet on somebody in Scornswold, because Scornswold's not very far from here.
Yikes. Well, that person's going to be pretty disappointed if it was requited love.
Not sure. Kaz, you're looking for
Loot.
Yeah, just any valuables, jewelry, gold.
You find no jewelry. You find 14 copper and 2 silver. And there is 3 sets of, like, just thrashed leather armor. Like, you could probably piece it together to sell it, but it's in really, really rough condition.
Are they wearing armor? Are there any of them that are just wearing clothes or a uniform that's like not armor?
They were all wearing kind of like basic leather armor.
Okay. Would I be able to Do they wear something over it? I'm trying to think. Would I be able to take some of their clothes, take 1 minute to study one of their faces, and then, if need be, impersonate them later?
I will say this.
But I don't wear armor, right? So I just want to kind of look like them.
Between you and Andre's investigation checks, not a single one of their faces is distinguishable. Like they are fucking like watermelon. Like watermelon, just full smashed in. Like you could make out a face, female or male, if you wanted to.
Gross.
The leather armor is like basic leather studded leather armor. It's darkened a little bit. It does look a little worn. They wear kind of like a black cloak, possibly to either keep warm or blend in a little bit more at night. Other than that, you don't see anything too distinguishing that would lead you to believe one way or another.
All right.
The only thing that you can kind of tell is they each kind of have a little bit of a pendant that hangs around the neck with the symbol of the obsidian eye.
Which is what? An eye? Surely. But I don't remember exactly.
Hold on. Keep doing your thing while I look for this.
I might have written it down. Let me see.
It is a circular eye with raven feathers around the outside of the eye, with a tear that runs from the center of the eye down. I knew I wrote it down somewhere.
Rhythm disconnected. I'm just gonna.
I will take one of the pendants.
Okay. It's made of like a metal, like a thin metal. It's about a little bit bigger than like $0.25.
Okay. And I still have my Justice's Boon one on, so I'll take that off, put it in my pack, and I'll put one of these on just in case.
Andre immediately sees you betray the Justice Boon and stabs you in the
Strikes you down.
Die.
No!
I'll recommend that you guys grab one too. Maybe we could convince someone, if things go really south, that we're there on Obsidian Eye business.
And I mean, from what you guys can see, and Andre with your skills, and Freya is yours as well, and even Morn, pretty much all of you guys, minus Kaz, the kills are rather fresh. Like, they had to have been out on a patrol, because that's what the last time you guys had been tracking these guys, you had
It's a pack.
you had come to the conclusion that there was some kind of patrol in the area. And when you came upon this mess or this slaughter, it was relatively fresh. It was relatively like he had pretty much just got done disemboweling all of these guys.
Yeah.
Well, Wizzo probably took anything valuable, so I guess we probably won't find anything else. Can I get some fly up a little bit and get some elevation and see if I can see maybe a shelter or somewhere close that is going to be away from these death waters?
Roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's
You
not
notice two
bad.
things. Just faintly, you notice smoke in the distance, just a little bit, and almost kind of like that faint hue, that faint light. Kind of like northwestish of you guys' location, and then, directly below you in the water, you notice things beginning to move in all of these pools.
And the smoke is not from the direction we think the camp is.
It's in the direction.
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Well, I suggest we move out. I can see things moving in the water. Maybe like they're preparing to come out. So I think we should get out of this space, head towards camp, find somewhere to set up for the night away from here.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, so you guys are beginning to make your way north.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
And like
no,
far behind you guys, you do like back in this direction. You do begin to hear like noises, like.
Like zombie noises?
Possibly. The sun is beginning to set, and you notice almost naturally from the ground below you, like a light fog begins to rise.
Yep.
Yeah, let's fuck off.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
Moving hastily.
so you guys are moving hastily.
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you guys begin to make your way north or north. Well, I guess where are you guys heading?
What'd you roll,
You guys-
Ginge?
Guess we're following the same path that led us here.
Yeah.
Well, there's several paths. So see how there's this one here. There's another one that delves off this way. There's also, if you go up this way a little bit more, it kind of Y's out.
I don't. Is the siege thing still in effect? The thing that gives us.
We never used it, I don't think.
We didn't? Sure about that?
Mhm. We decided not to. We decided that we were going to try and make our own way there, and if we got lost, turn it on.
That's right.
Well, we know the smoke is from this way, so I think
and we have a map.
We have a map, and we have the direction that we need to go with the smoke.
Yeah.
The fog just begins to get thicker and thicker. It's about ankle high at this point.
Maybe at least get away from here.
Yeah, I'd say we're still moving at this point. Probably this direction.
This uneven, unstable ground is making me a bit queasy.
Okay, so you guys begin to move northwestern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll a survival check with advantage because of the map.
All of us?
Well, whoever's leading you guys.
I'll do it.
Either Henri or Kaz at this point.
Oh, why didn't it? There we go. Okay.
Okay. You begin to take off, moving quicker than you should. As you hear the noises behind you, you guys take off pretty fast, like almost like
Like a jog.
like a minor jog, like a mall walker speed. You guys are just like, okay, time to go. You guys do notice that you guys are making noises though, and the noises behind you, they seem to kind of like turn in your direction and kind of start to make their way that way. You're not entirely sure if they're following you, but you do hear noises that seem to get kind of closer-ish or keep pace with you. As you guys
Yeah, I'm gonna be in front with Henri, watching for any sort of things coming out ahead of us.
Okay. You guys take off and you guys are moving fast. You get to the Y, you take a left, kind of looking at this crudely made map. You travel further into this swamp. You travel for about an hour as the sun begins to set. It's kind of in that like halfway point between set and the sun's still up. You're kind of in like that really low dusk time. You look off into the swamps, the lighter in. The swamp is so dense that it actually gets quicker faster. At this point,
the loss of light.
Yeah. So it's getting really dark at this point. More at this point, you are not able to see anything.
Is it dim or dark?
It's like going from dim to dark.
Okay.
And it's beginning to get really hard for you to see.
Because I can see fine in dim.
Correct.
I cannot see in dark.
You're like right on that halfway point. Like you're doing that kind of like squint, and you're able to make out a lot still. But you guys are noticing Morn beginning to have issues. Like every once in a while, he'll kind of stray from the path just a little bit.
I'll take him by the arm to keep him on course and like let him know like, oh, there's a route here. You need to step over it or whatever.
Okay.
Can't see.
You guys go for about another hour, and at this point, the sun is set, and you guys can hear the noises of the swamp begin to set in. And you just hear all these different noises out in the swamp. At that point, I would say probably like 1,000 feet off, maybe a little bit more. You guys see like a glow, like firelight, torches possibly. You're not sure. Also, Alyssa begins to stir a little bit. Her head kind of bobs from side to side, and you see kind of the eyes under the eyelids begin to flicker back and forth.
And she's still over Morn's shoulder.
Yep. Guys, wait. I'm gonna stop moving and take Alyssa off my shoulder, and I'm gonna set her on the ground, just kind of in the path.
Okay.
Are we back to like the regular woods where the ground is? When we entered this area that we're looking at on the map now, you mentioned the ground was different. Are we back to what is considered normal for this area?
Like fairly solid.
Right.
From what you can distinguish, it seems a little more solid. It's not as foggy.
Okay.
Still a lot of water around.
Still a lot of water.
We really can't afford to be stopping here. We need to keep moving.
Oh, she's about to wake up. We need her awake before we go in.
Alright.
You guys just sitting and waiting for Alyssa?
We said she was stirring, right?
She's just beginning to stir.
I would wanna. I think we should stay out of earshot of the town. I don't expect her to necessarily.
Yeah, I don't want to get too close to the camp
Or we gag her.
in case she
Hold on,
yells
let
or
me look at
something.
Okay.
Oh. Wait. Idea, perhaps?
I have an idea.
Oh?
Actually, I don't know if it... Is Morn considered medium?
Yes.
Okay. So, in the interest of protection and time, because we're waiting for Alyssa to stir and we're kind of in a bad place to just be standing around, I'm going to cast Rope Trick to create an extra dimensional space, and I can take up to 8 medium creatures with me.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
And it's a safe space for up to an hour.
Okay.
And
So
it says
just-
you touch a length of rope that is up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. The space can be reached by climbing to the top of the rope. The space can hold as many as 8 medium or small creatures. The rope can be pulled into this space, making the rope disappear from the view of outside space.
I completely forgot I had that.
Yep. So I'm going to... I don't need to do 60 feet. I think 30 feet is probably fine. 30 feet into the air. I have 100 feet of rope, so... I'll do 30 feet up, and then... climb the rope.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, so for an hour we have a safe space to hide. Maybe that'll give Alyssa some time to wake up before we go into town, but it'll give us somewhere safe to be for the meantime.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
I'm not worried about us.
One.
I'm worried about her.
Yeah, well, at least we'll be in a safe space for only
Yeah.
all of us for an hour.
She's likely to go run off.
Wait, let me look
We're
at
not. If she wakes up and we're not there.
Attacks and spells
not.
can't cross through the entrance, in or out of the extra dimensional space, but those inside can see out as if through a 3x5 foot window centered on the rope.
Oh, Alyssa's going to be up there with us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna take her with us.
It doesn't
Okay.
say anything about willing creatures or anything. I can just take up to 8 with me.
Okay.
As long as they enter the space.
Yep. And then we can pull the rope up. You're free to leave anytime within that hour, but after an hour, it'll just end.
You and your tricks.
And
Okay.
that's why it's called a rope trick.
So
So I'm gonna toss.
describe what the inside of your little dimension looks like.
Imagine a hobbit hole. So just like a...
Martin thanks you
like-
for that.
Hey, what?
Martin hits his head on the top of the hobbit.
I know. I mean, like, the inside is just gonna be kind of like old world. I don't know, very cozy wood. Like round, I don't know. It's not gonna be small like 4 hobbits. I just mean like, that's what I would guess I would envision it. Just a very quaint little like cottagey feel.
Now we need the Shire music.
Oh, well, unfortunately, it's being stupid. Let me see if it works.
No. I was
No,
kidding.
I don't want to ruin it.
It doesn't fit the mood. Mood's a bit more.
Somber, tense.
So, as you guys each climb up into this little hobbit hole, you guys come inside. It's comfortable and warm. The humidity immediately fades away as you guys are now comfortably within a pretty large space. As she pulls the rope up, and you guys are just comfortably within.
All right, we have an hour.
Is it like a couch or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's furnished. There's a couch, there's a table, there's everything that a little cottage would have.
I'll take Alyssa and sit her on one of the couches.
Do they have a kitchenette?
So,
It has a
we want to
kitchenette.
wake her up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's about to, I think.
Can I, like, prestidigitation some smelling salts in her nose to try to?
Ooh.
Get her to-
You can't create
You can
harmless
create a smell.
sensory effect.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, you can do that. I was like,
Pepper spray it.
it's not quite salt, but it's
Right.
it's something pretty gnarly. And Alyssa
I don't
immediately,
know how else to describe that smell.
it's like
It's
bad.
not a salty smell, but it's
yeah, it's not. It's yeah,
That smelly
it smells
smell.
good.
The
Yeah.
kind of smell that smells.
Uh,
I don't
Smelly.
think-
Smelly
I
smell.
don't think Kaz would know what diesel fuel smells like. So
Alyssa, immediately you are like, you snap to, and you are bound legs and hands, and you're not sitting because they've bound your legs and your hand from behind, I'm assuming, right?
I would have unbound her hands when I set her under the couch.
So her hands are free.
Yeah, she's not bound. At least that's the impression I got.
So, is she not tied up anymore?
I thought we were just setting her up nicely on the couch.
But is she untied? Would you have untied? Okay, so if Morn was actually going through the process of untying her, I would have advised against that.
I would have suggested.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Mind,
No, I would have gone to untie it.
Yeah, I would have absolutely stopped that.
Yeah, because Morn gets about halfway. So then, so whoever stops him, make another.
No, I would have been watching what their reaction was to it as well.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. She might wake up very angry. We don't know the state of her mind when she wakes up. If she's calm, then we can untie her, but her immediate reaction, it might be best to have her tied just so that if she freaks out, we have some kind of control.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin to undo the knots, Morn, and unbind her, thinking, she should be comfortable. Morn's not really scared of a whole lot. So he begins to undo the knots as Freya and Andre from both sides are like, whoa. And they stop you mid-tie, and Kaz in the background just is like,
let's hold off on that.
Oh, no. Step away, Morn.
Remember, she's a beast. Like, she tears stuff up. So, we don't necessarily want her to just lash out.
About 10 seconds after that, you guys watch as Alyssa's eyes come open and she begins to scan the room.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Good morning. Or good evening.
You feeling alright?
I want to prepare an action just to take a swing with the staff if she loses her shit.
I mean, she's bound.
So without Alyssa,
well, I don't know if they're gonna hold. That's what I'm saying. If she just rips out and tries to, lash out, then I'll.
Without Alyssa responding to us, Frosty, what does Alyssa look like? What is her demeanor right now?
After opening her eyes and she would have tried to move first, and then noticing that she's tied up, she would just turn her head downward and she'd just be looking at the ground.
I hope you understand why we have you tied up for the moment, but I'm happy to untie you. We were afraid that when you came to, we didn't know what state you were in, so we'll untie you. We were just trying to be cautious.
Gan achtung.
Didn't catch
Well, I'm
that.
sold.
Does anybody understand Goblin?
Yes! One of us does. Who was that
Oh,
again?
I did too, actually. Strangely enough.
Not me, sorry.
Why did I pick that as a language? That's weird.
She said, "You're all fools."
Mm.
Anybody catch that?
What did she say?
Can I ask why we're fools and also why she speaks Goblin?
Sure. Once she noticed,
responding in Goblin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Once she realized, she'll perk her ears up once she realizes that you understand Goblin, and she'll turn to look at you and she'll say, "I speak the language of many monsters, because that's what I am."
I'm gonna give the group a worried look.
Is she still speaking in Goblin?
No, she said that in common.
Okay.
I want to respond, but in Goblin, you're only a monster because you're choosing to be, not because you are.
And she'll give one of her trademark wicked smiles, and she'll say, "Of course I'm choosing because it's fun." And she'll say that in Goblin.
Alyssa, I'm gonna untie you. Like I said, I apologize that you woke up this way. We weren't trying to keep you detained. We just weren't sure how you were gonna be when you woke up. So after I say that, I will go and start to untie her.
Okay. It takes you... The conversation and everything that you've done right now has probably been about 20 minutes. It takes you like 3 to 4 minutes just to undo the knots.
But
20 minutes of conversation for you're speaking goblin? Yeah, I'm speaking goblin. I'm a monster. You're a monster. It's 20 minutes for that?
This is in game.
Fuck. Alright. So I untied her.
but Alyssa, monsters get put in cages. we live in a world where monsters are caged and hunted.
Well, some of them. Some of them are allowed to rule nations.
It's very true.
But you're choosing to be the kind that gets locked away.
Are we barons?
Like I said, you are all fools.
Well, what do you want to do?
I wanted to kill him.
I want to ask in Draconic just to see if she also speaks Draconic. I want to say, well, you didn't get to kill him, so what do you want to do now? What's plan B?
All of you guys here.
I understand it.
Okay.
I think I actually understand it too.
I do not.
I understand it.
Alyssa, I don't know how much you remember when you're in your sort of rage. Did you notice that he was trying to save you, not kill you?
Yes, I noticed completely.
That didn't mean anything to you?
No, because he was guilty.
Guilty of what?
You didn't hear the conversation that he had.
Well, enlighten us then.
They said that they were looking for more magic items to add to their collection, which means they've probably killed adventurers and pilfered them of their goods. They were guilty. They deserved to die.
Even you might be right then. But at the same time, we're also in a very difficult environment. And when they surrendered, it would have been a good opportunity to gain some information that we may not have had if we had just killed them. So I'm not saying that they were good or that they weren't guilty, but sometimes we have to make decisions in situations like that where we might be going down one route and things sometimes need to change. So understandably you're set on killing them, which is understandable, but we also needed to get some details or see what they knew about the area or about where we're going or anything that might be useful information that we could use.
I'm gonna turn toward Freya as she's talking and kind of away from Alyssa and be like, the concern isn't necessarily how much Alyssa thought they were guilty, but the fact Alyssa was willing to kill us to get to him.
That's probably a larger concern.
Do I hear that?
Yes, I wouldn't have said it quietly. It was away from you, but definitely loud enough you would have heard it.
She'll start chuckling.
That is definitely probably the larger concern, which is why you woke up tied up. Because you are part of our group, and we are in this together, and we have to make decisions together that sometimes we all don't want to make. Sometimes we want to do something that isn't in the best interest of the group or the bigger picture. So I understand that you were dead set on killing them, but when that changed, you shouldn't have turned on us. And how do we trust that that doesn't happen? Because it can't happen. It can't happen again.
Because there's one thing you've misunderstood about me from the very start. I don't relish in killing innocent people. I thrive, and I find pleasure in killing guilty people.
So then what was it about us that made you decide that we deserve to be killed?
I wasn't trying to kill you. I was trying to get past you.
It's not what it seemed like once they had gotten far away.
I mean, look, we've killed some bad people before. I get it. Some people don't deserve to continue on this earth, but we have to decide as a group what's best, and that means you don't always get to follow your base instincts.
Well, unfortunately, those are all that I have.
Grew up like you two, thinking killing was the easiest answer to every problem.
It is.
Turns out it's not.
But when you live your life that way, it makes sense that you feel that way.
Because
They're
I've
not the
chosen
only
to.
thing you have. They're
Right.
the only part of you listen to. It's not the only part of you that exists.
Jeez, Kaz.
She'll be... An amused look will come over her face, and she'll just look towards everyone, and she'll say, I have a question that I want one of you to answer. How do you think I exactly became the way that I am?
Frey
Way
probably knows.
the way that you explained it is that you were created that way, or essentially experimented on. Right? You were made to be a killing machine?
Mm-hmm. And do you know why that happened?
Explain. I'm happy to learn.
I was on City Watch of Steinthorn for a good amount of time. When Lucian saw my capabilities in carving up whatever animal that I pleased, he approached me and he asked me if he wanted me to take part in his little scheme of sorts. And you know what happened? I accepted. I wasn't forced into anything. I chose to gain these powers.
Why?
Because, like I said many times before, it sounded fun. Well, the thing is, I didn't care for whatever little scheme that he had going on, so the minute that that my newly honed instincts awakened, I bolted.
You didn't care what he was doing?
No, I just wanted what he had to offer.
A lot of people went through some pretty awful things for that, you know.
It's not my problem.
Why not?
Because I'm not a part of it.
Well, you are part of it. You live here. You live in this world. I'm not asking why you said yes because you think it's fun. Why do you think it's fun? What happened to you where you would think that just being able to kill whatever you want is fun, and that's the only enjoyment that you can get from life? Something else happened before Lucian came to you with this for you to see the world that way. And it doesn't matter what it is. At the end of the day, we all have trauma and we all have things that happen to us. You have to be responsible for how you handle that, and you have to choose to be a member of society or not. And that's the choice that you have to make.
She'll lean in and she'll say, I'll continue to be a weapon because that's what I chose to be.
But a weapon for who? Just yourself?
Who
Obviously,
you think
you're against, or you want to kill anything that you deem as justified to kill, so you're the judge and the jury of everything? So you decide who lives and who dies, who's bad and who's good?
Based on what information I have, yeah.
There's a lot that goes into what makes somebody good and what makes somebody bad. Do you think that you really have the knowledge or the understanding to be able to make decisions like that?
If I didn't, then I'd already be dead.
If you did, we wouldn't be holding you here. I'm gonna look toward the group. I don't think we have it. She's too much of a risk. She needs to figure this out for herself, but not at our expense, not at Anre's daughter's expense. We've all been through something. We've all found something else that makes us happy, gives us joy. And unless she can find something that's not killing, then she needs to be locked up like she was.
I'll look at Alyssa again and say, you have to choose to be a complete and whole person. You have to want that before you can do that.
That doesn't mean not being a weapon. That doesn't mean you can't continue doing what you enjoy. But the reason why this is a concern is where we're going. There might be more circumstances where one route we might be walking down might change, and we need to be able to trust that you're not just going to do whatever you feel is the best to do. There's a lot at stake.
And you may not care how our goals turn out, and I understand that, but for yourself, you should want to live a fulfilled life. And you won't if you continue the way you are. You just won't. You'll be half empty until finally you find someone who's bigger and stronger than you, and you'll die with nothing.
That's how the animal kingdom works, yeah. Eat or be eaten.
Sure. So again, you can choose to be that animal or not.
I think she's made her choice, and at this point, I'm gonna actually walk like probably 10 or so feet away and sit in a different. Just kind of wait for you guys to finish wrapping up.
During this conversation, I did a secret roll. During this conversation, Freya's knuckles will be white, like clenching fist. Just trying to kind of maintain composure while talking.
If that's the case,
Well, Andre and Freya, let us know what I guess what you guys want to do.
roll one of those for me. So, as you guys are having this conversation with Alyssa, and Morn, you've taken that 10 steps back towards the entrance of this rope trick.
Not toward the entrance, just kind of away at this point.
away.
Almost just to give the impression that, like, I'm done negotiating with her, trying to convince her everything. Yeah. Still listening to them, still making sure they're not doing anything stupid, but taking a step back from the conversation.
Okay, so all of you, would notice at this point, Freya's knuckles are like white. Like she's just the points of her fingernails are digging into the skin, and she is just down, hands at her side, and she talks with composure, but she visibly
Tense.
Anybody who knows women knows the look when they're like, yeah, it's fine, but you know deep down they will fucking slit your throat the moment they get a chance.
Oh god.
I just think it's kind of funny how.
Yeah.
Oh really?
No. I don't have a problem doing that.
Oh my
Not
God.
one bit. And you're just like, oh, okay, fuck. Freya's losing her shit. And at that moment, you guys watch as and like a shadow, billowy figure cloak kind of like half comes down the shoulder and like wafts off the shoulder for like a minute or two as she's having the conversation with Alyssa.
I'm gonna run up to her. And I'm gonna kind of put an arm between her and Alyssa and just kind of swipe her backwards.
Yeah, and the moment you do, the moment you step in between Alyssa and Freya and our attention's diverted for like a split second, the shadow disappears. As she kind of looks at you like, what are you doing?
I'm actually gonna look at her arm guard and I'm gonna say, look, I know she's bringing up stuff you don't want to think about. I think we need to move on too. And I'm actually gonna I'm gonna reach toward her other bow, the one that has Lucian marked on it. And I'm gonna attempt to take that off her back.
Okay. Are you allowing this, Freya? As you watch as Morn kind of takes a step forward and begins to like arm reach behind the back towards your bow. Also, the rope trick is beginning to come to an end.
Andre.
Might be time to tie her back up.
Do you think it is? Asking Andre.
I'm still waiting on Freya's response.
Okay, so I would kind of look at Morn like, why are you taking that?
Trust me.
Why?
Do you let me grab it?
Okay.
I take it and I'm gonna snap it on my leg.
You go to snap it on your leg?
What the fuck?
Roll a strength check.
Or
Doesn't break. Bows over your leg, but nothing.
I'm gonna awkwardly just take it and then move it away from her.
So I'm gonna actually be very upset now.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to break
yeah,
my
with a little
bow?
rage.
I've had that. I have to have that. Why?
You don't need this
It's
anymore.
yeah, but it's important to me. It's what got me through all of the shit that I've been through.
It's what's keeping you tied back to it.
No, it's what
Trust
gave me drive to get out of where I was. It's what gives me drive to kill the people that have destroyed my life and killed my family. Why would you try to break it?
The shadow. It was. I saw it get on you. I thought expelling the Izak from you was what was going to do it.
How do you know that has anything to do with a bow?
I don't. But it's part of your past. I know what's written on this, and I point out the Elven runes. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's their names. They're written there to remind me what my goal is.
I'm not going to give it back, and I'm going to take another step back.
Oh.
This isn't.
You have about 3 minutes left on your rope trick.
Andre,
If
I think we should tie Alyssa back up. So I'm gonna like string my arm through the bow and then start grabbing Alyssa, and does she resist?
Does she
No.
resist?
I'm gonna look towards Honore. I'm gonna ask her, you're the one that wants to go to this camp, right?
Aye.
no, we want to go to the camp.
But she's the one who wants it most.
I disagree with that.
No, we want to go to the camp because we work as one.
And we care about Henri and what Henri needs and what makes Henri happy, and the things that are most important to her become the most important to us. I'm gonna say as I'm glaring at Morn and kind of trying to like reach for the bow on him, like just kind of moving towards. I'm not like trying really hard. I'm not lunging at him. I'm not like freaking out, but kind of just like, you know, like give it back.
Do you trust me?
What?
Yeah, I trust you. I just don't understand why you want to take that away.
You have 1 minute
Yes,
before
I
the
do.
rope trick releases you guys and you fall.
Okay, and I would know this. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell Morn that I trust him, but I just don't understand. And then I'm going to suggest that we vacate very quickly.
If we still need more time, I set up another one.
We still need to decide what we want to do with Alyssa.
I've already decided that.
So point of clarifications. Just point of clarifications. Okay? You were told you were to watch her. You were told that she is kind of like your guard, to just keep an eye on her and make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. And that if things got out of hand, to bring her back, unless she died or something happened in the field. So I'm just laying I'm just telling you exactly what was told to you by King Beowulf.
I think
She can't come with us.
does this work? Like we get kicked out in a minute, like we'll just sort of reappear.
The spell
where we were doing
ends.
it?
It just ends.
Okay,
And we drop from the sky 30 feet.
20 seconds.
I just want to ready an action for when we come back to the real world.
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop the rope and start.
I have Alyssa grappled, and Andrew, you already tied her, right?
No, I
That's
didn't.
well, that's if she didn't resist.
She didn't resist.
Okay.
Is what she said.
No. I went to ask Honore a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
I got buried under other things.
Sorry. Continue.
So, well, yes. And I suppose I am the reason that we are all here.
Then you likely have something important for that you're looking in there for. Or someone.
Very.
Well, then I'll make it easier for you.
Go on.
I'll head there on my own and I'll throw myself at as many of them as possible.
I don't
I'm not
think
wanted
that's
here
a good
anyway.
idea.
I'll buy you some
No,
time.
no, we're not doing that. No.
It's
Can you
fine.
Flat out.
Can you
no.
wait till the morning?
Flat out. No. We are not doing that.
I can wait until the morning until you like.
I don't care how disposable you think you are. That's not the plan we're going with.
Weapons get rusty eventually.
I think
Alyssa, if you come with either one of us,
I at least
or you're getting
want to
sent,
go in
or you're getting sent back to
and
Jupiter.
scout it out first. Then we can decide if we'll let you loose on them. For now, you remain untied.
I'm coming with you scouting.
That's fine. If you can be quiet, then go right ahead. But we're not going in guns a-blazing, so to speak.
Fine. We'll do it your way, but I'm coming with you.
Fine.
You could come with if you can be murder free, and we can guarantee you that you will have an opportunity to
To murder those who are
let
There-
loose
who need to be
loose
murdered.
when the time is right.
Rest assured, there will be
deaths.
bloodshed,
Yes.
but not immediately.
I'll listen to whatever orders you have as long as I come with.
I am fine with this.
All right. By the way, I was already climbing down the rope as they're all
Yeah, I'm
talking
going.
and shouting.
Yeah. So Honore, no, actually. So as you guys are saying these last couple of words, and Alyssa's like, "Fine, only," and all of a sudden you guys are like, "Oh no!" Like Bugs
Uh-oh.
Bunny style, 30 feet down. You guys take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you guys all land on your asses.
Do I maintain the grapple?
That's enough.
I don't think she's grappled at this point.
I grappled her as Andre went to tie her.
He got a hold of
I never
like a
did.
wrist. Oh,
Okay.
actually, no, you didn't.
Because Henri
Because
wasn't
you were-
tying her.
Yeah, because you were still talking to Alyssa. She hadn't resisted, but she hadn't let you grab hold of her.
Okay.
So you guys land, and you're standing like you kind of land. Actually, hold on. Before you take the 2 points of damage, all of you guys roll athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Beat a 13.
God damn it! By 1, I missed it.
I even looked up and away just to make sure. So everybody except for Andre, as you're like so caught up in the conversation between you and Alyssa, all of a sudden you're like saying the last words and you are focused and you were kind of doing that like,
Yeah. Like,
okay, yep. And all of a sudden you're like, yes. And you're like, what?
Fuck.
Oh, and you kind of catch yourself halfway down. And you kind of like roll / like twist an ankle a little bit, and you kind of come up and you're like, yep.
I'm just imagining the cartoon where their conversation lasted like 5 seconds after the ground disappeared.
Yeah,
And then Andre finally notices they're floating and they all just float.
it's something like that. Like she's
Oh.
in deep conversation with Alyssa, and you notice like Alyssa just sink, and you're still sitting there going, what? So you guys are all standing on the ground now.
I'm looking straight at Alyssa.
I'll go over and I'll put my hand on Alyssa's shoulder. Not aggressive.
You watch as Henri walks towards Alyssa. Nonchalant, not aggressive, no hands towards the weapon. And she reaches up and places her hand on your shoulder.
I think we're all a bit strong. But I do appreciate.
You're breaking up a little
Sure.
bit.
I'm not close enough to my mic. I think we're all a bit high strung at the moment, but I do appreciate the help. I know you're not doing it for me, but thank you. Then I'll be like, shall we go?
Yeah, actually, that would be a short rest, because if you guys stayed in there for the full hour, yeah.
I was just looking that up.
I'm definitely about to spend some hit dice.
Yeah, same.
Doesn't actually provide a short rest. Short rest requires an hour or more of rest. Rope trick will last exactly an hour, presumably including the time it takes to get inside rope trick space and out.
Which, not long.
No. You guys are standing right next to it.
What do you say, DM? Long enough for a short rest?
Yeah, I said yes already. Yeah. I mean, you guys weren't doing anything extravagant. You weren't sprinting up it or having any issues. I mean, you guys walked right up into it and began to have your conversation. It's not like there was a fight that ensued within. So,
Yeah. I'll go ahead and... Wow.
I need some big help here.
9... That's fine. Nice.
Really?
Short rest. Mind if we do a bio break?
Yeah. Yep. I actually could use some Tylenol. So quick bio.
I need
BRB.
BRB.
I had to ask Morn about his outfit.
I'm back.
Michael, what's with Morn's outfit?
This is what I imagine. This is what he looks like when he like, gets dressed up and shaved. You'll never see it.
Might be on a mission to find Morn some jester wear.
In another life, he was a barbarian.
Hell yeah.
Q command worked. I wonder if the bot's back in action again.
Yeah, it seems like it's been
Finally.
acting kind of weird.
Yeah, the commands haven't really been working.
Yeah. Oh man, I stayed home sick from work today. I had the flu shot yesterday, and I don't know. I got like a bad reaction to it or something today. I felt like I was gonna die when I woke up this morning. It was bad.
Does that usually happen?
No, never. I've never.
Yeah,
had
man,
that.
I've heard it happening a couple people this year.
Yeah, I've never had it happen like that. I mean, I woke up this morning and I thought I had COVID again.
It could be because you had COVID. There might have been something weird with that.
I'm wondering because I woke up this morning and it was gnarly, splitting headache. You know when you've been sick with the flu or a cold and you put clothes on and it feels like the clothes is like I don't know, it just doesn't feel right on your skin and like your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it
Your
just
skin
like all your hair,
everything's on end and irritated, and yeah.
Yeah, and it was like that, and then my eyes hurt, and I had like.
You're sort of like clammy.
Yeah. Well, and then it felt like I felt like a pregnant woman. I was like, I'd be like fine one moment, and the next moment I'd have like this wave of nausea, and then it would go away, and I'd be like, oh god.
Jin, you were kind of a COVID hipster, getting it before everyone in Minnesota got it.
You're welcome. Well, ask War. I don't get sick, like never. I have the immune system of a fucking rhino, and it's like, but when I get sick, it's bad. It is bad. And
yeah, I mean that generally does happen. People that don't get sick much, when they get sick, don't have any resistance to it.
Yeah, it's gnarly. Like my wife knows that when I get sick, I'm a baby. Like she's got to come and she's got to tell me to sit down because I'll go to work, I'll power through it. She's like, no, take the day off. God, why?
Earlier this year, we were redoing our floors, and it was like we replanted some plants in the garden in front, and then I was redoing my floor in our bedroom, and it was me and my wife and my father-in-law were in there, and I was like, I don't really feel great. Just kind of all of a sudden hit me, and I took my temperature. It was like 104.6. Jeez. And everyone was like,
ER.
Cool, we're getting out of the house. The floor's halfway done, but like we're not going to be in here with you. And I ended up having the flu, but at that time, everyone was out of tests, so it took me like 4 days to get a test and get the results back. So my wife took the kids to her mom's and everything, and I was here by myself. Just a bad case of the flu.
Yeah.
Had like 103, 104 for a couple days. But
that was in the middle of the summer, wasn't it? That's just
that was like when
to get
COVID first started.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is it. I'm gonna die.
Oh, Jesus. On a flip note, that guy from Minnesota here in the Twin Cities reached out to me again, asking if I wanted to get our party together to play at like that D&D place in the cities.
When was that?
Like yesterday. Reached out to me, sent me an email like fucking 10 o'clock at night asking how I was doing and all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, we've been doing really good. And he asked me like how things were going, and I said, yeah, we actually getting ready to do our 50th session, which just boggles my mind. Like I thought this would last 10 sessions and people would just bleed off. And he was like, you ever thought about doing it in person? And I was like, well, I'd love to, but I got one person in Chicago, one person down in freaking Texas, one person in the Twin Cities, and then I'm in southern Minnesota, and then one person in I can't even remember where. I think Henri's Carolinas somewhere, and
Ohio.
Yeah.
Most of us are Midwest. It's Midwest except for Kaz.
Yeah, but it's still.
But it's still not close.
It's still kind of a shitty drive or fly. And I was like, I'd love to. Problem is we're so spread out. But I was like, we kind of have thrown around the idea if we ever make it that far, for our final episode or our 100th episode or whatever, we do an in-person or an in-session. It'd be kind of fucking cool. But the way COVID's going, we'll never get to do that.
No, I'm hesitant to hang out with my closest friends right now, just because with the holidays coming up and stuff, gonna be around family, and given how much cases are up, Tim Walz just made his statement today or whatever.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
I actually didn't mind his thing this time.
I don't mind him. I really don't. But the people that he keeps around him for his medical information irritates the shit out of me.
I hate it.
They're the most uninformed. No, okay, I'm not gonna say that word. Uninformed.
I hated his response in the spring. I thought his steps were better this time. But
They were a lot
There's
better.
no-
They were a
There's
lot
not an
better
easy
this
answer.
time.
It's not
Yeah,
going
they
to kill
were-
the economy this time. But
Well, and okay, so then here's this one thing. I did not vote for Trump. I did not vote for Biden. But if Biden gets in, I do really like his COVID task force. If you look them up, one of them is a I can't remember what he's like a senior researcher or something like that from the Minnesota State. He's like a top end PhD doctor. Like he's super smart. Like I could care less about anything else for the politics, but like him on the task force, I am all.
no, I saw a bunch of posts that were like, if this COVID thing happens, there's a good chance Trump wouldn't have lost his spot. It literally that just kind of showed how bad of a leader he was.
Oh
And
yeah.
really,
Well, between that and all of the rioting and the
more than just that, but
Granted, half of that stuff I was actually
but COVID's actually like affecting a large number of people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got it. It
not as
sucked.
many people are affected by other issues. So
Except for Kai, he's an idiot.
What?
I
Why?
don't know. I just felt like saying it.
Oh.
The hell
I'm
did
waiting
Kai
for him to
say to
speak.
make you say that?
There he is. He snapped.
Oh!
It only took him 5 minutes to snap back, and all he has
So,
is dot
Kai, you
dot
little
LOL.
bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, Jim.
There you go. I mean,
Such a troll.
cool. Yeah, you know what the fun thing is, Kai? I'm pretty sure I can just hover over your name. Oh yeah, I can. It's got a kick button.
So mean.
You know what else,
Andy.
Ginge? You know what else is funny about that? Mr. Mod Privileges. I can just hover over your name and kick you too.
Oh,
Oh!
Go ahead and
I like
kick
it.
your DM. See what happens.
Rocks fall. Everybody die.
Bye! Bye, Felicia!
See, this is
Bye,
the system of
Felicia.
checks
Bye,
and balances we have in place.
Yeah. Listen here, Ginge.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nobody
we
has
all-
that kind of power.
We all know I have that kind of power.
No. You don't threaten like the people that are here every week to watch a stream that you're gonna kick them.
And suddenly, a giant Tarask drops on the map and just begins to slaughter all of you. Look,
All right.
no,
Well, I guess campaign done. Let's.
Yeah, Andre's campaign.
Andre's campaign, let's go!
yeah, war. Look up Tarask.
I don't want to. It sounds awful.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
It's a yai.
He meant a turd
it's a
ass.
nightmare. Yeah, there you go.
Turd
There you go. Yeah,
I bet
Strat
a
knows what
turd
I'm
ass
talking
appear.
about.
As opposed to an
Yeah,
S
of
turd,
course
it's a
I
turd
do.
ass.
Yeah, Strat
Yes.
knows what I'm talking about. Tarask is
What
a
the fuck is that?
a Tarask is like a level 20, and even then you still don't have
Challenge
like,
rating 30, I think.
Yeah, you still have like half. Like it's a 50-50 shot. It'll still TPK the entire party.
It depends on how you deal with it.
Yeah, Tarasks are. Yeah.
I'm guessing they automatically pass every saving
They
throw.
are
They're
the big
beasts.
chungus.
Yeah. They beastie. That's like level 20. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, challenge rating 30.
Yeah, they're beasts.
They have
How many legends?
33 D20 plus 330 health.
But
They are immune to fire, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. They cannot be charmed, frightened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
They're scary.
They have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Kaz is like already out. Like he can't do shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you can polymorph them.
fucking.
No, I'd be the only one to survive
Yeah, you can polymorph it, I think.
because I can fly.
Well, I was gonna say, Kaz just stands in the corner and just begins to cast like teleportation circle. You guys have a good one. I'm out of here.
I'm just gonna fly away.
He just says like, bye.
All right, so
They're
We all
scary. Terrasks are scary.
Damn, this
Point.
is
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What is
Alyssa?
this thing?
Yeah.
all right, perfect. Are you eating?
Me? No.
Oh, sounds like you're eating. Oh. Anyways,
Fuck this thing. I hope we never see this in our campaign. This
What?
is awful. This
A
creature.
Terrask.
The Tarask. Screw it.
It's
Probably not. That doesn't really
It's-
fit into my world so much, but who knows? I've thrown weirder stuff in.
It has -4 to its intelligence. We could put it in the labyrinth, and it would have trouble getting out.
I mean,
Possibly.
yeah, it is a I mean, it's
Plus
basically
19
a
to its
gigantic
melee attack. Like,
Yeah, they're gnarly creatures. They're gnarly creatures. But back to stream. Hello.
Definitely not the strongest thing that's ever been in a monster manual, though.
No.
There's some like CR 45 creatures out there, and
there's some scary
nuts.
stuff. I off topic again before we get back to stream. I've actually looked at Reddit, and they have a homebrew monsters one.
Mhm.
There's some scary freaking monsters in there.
Oh yeah.
I've actually used
yeah.
the faceless one was a version of that, except for I toned down like a ton of stuff. Like there was one of its moves originally is that it grapples you, and if you fail, I can't remember what it was. It was like I think it was like a Constitution saving throw of like 20. Like it was stupidly high. It like instantly kills you and steals your face.
What the fuck?
You could go from like 100 to 0, and I was like, okay, that's too much. I was like,
that is definitely broken.
Yeah, I was like, that's TPK. That's like TPK party. Like
That's literally just
ending.
like the DM's fed up with the game and wants to kill everyone. So
yeah,
here's a monster that can instantly kill you.
Yeah, there's so many like that though, and it's just not even like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a feeling that people just like coming up with monsters that could instantly kill their party.
Yeah.
There are some really low-level creatures though that can kill people
Great
Yeah.
eye. Sorry, stomach.
if you pick the wrong ones.
Yeah.
There's one that attacks your strength score.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And if you-
like Devourer can.
Yeah, Intellect Devourer. No, it's not that one. It's well.
But I
the
mean,
strength-
that one does intelligence, but
the strength one is scary because if you get to 0 strength, you die. There's no saving throw. There's no death saving throws. You die.
Yeah,
And it
that's
does like
that's how Constitution is too. Yeah.
at least at Intellect Devour, you can like recover from that.
no, and it does like D4 to your. It does like D4 damage to your strength score every time it hits. So if there's a couple of them, I mean they're like CR like 1/4. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I've seen one that does the same thing for Con. And it was like a CR2. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because at level 2, like your stats aren't that high, you know?
Oh, and even at high level, a wizard might still only have 8 strength. Like,
Right.
They could literally get 2 shot by this thing and just instantly down. Like,
Yeah.
Not down, dead. Like
Dead.
there's yeah.
Full dead.
Fully
Like,
dead.
death saves. Jesus. Imagine being that character that gets killed at level 2 by something that attacks its stats instead of its HP.
So I can find what it's
Fuck's
called.
sake. Did Alyssa have anything to say? Or I said what I said.
Oh, what'd you say?
Oh, it's like I put my hand on her shoulder and like, I know you're not doing this for me, but thanks anyways.
I linked the shadow. It's CR 1/2.
It does. Oh, and it does necrotic damage.
Yep, that thing is terrifying.
Good lord. Weak, but it's stealthy and it saps strength. Good lord.
Yep, it goes straight for the spellcaster with no strength.
If a non-evil humanoid dies from this attack, a new shadow rises from the corpse 1d4 hours later.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's insane, and it's CR 1/2. Like, I mean, if Ginge were to make this into an encounter, there'd be 30 of them, right? Like, it's just not balanced for that.
No.
I mean, it's a +4 to hit, so you figure they'll hit 25, a little more than 25% of the time.
Onto a wizard?
Well, that's true.
Yeah, low level.
Probably a lot higher than that.
That thing's stealthy. It's going
Probably
it's going
50%.
It's going straight for that spellcaster, and if there's multiple of them,
Yeah, 50%, and it has a hide ability, so it can attack with advantage. So, yeah, maybe closer to about 75% on a AC 13 or so. I mean, my AC is my AC is 18,
Okay.
but I forget that's not typical of a spellcaster, right? I think 13, 14 is probably more common.
18.
Well, the Draconic Ancestry gives you some bonuses to it. So.
Wait, your draconic ancestry?
Mhm.
I thought this entire time that you were Shadow Soul.
Nope.
All right. So, sorry about that. My
How
tongue.
do you have dark vision then? Do changelings get dark vision?
Yes.
I guess.
So, you guys are on the ground. You have reached out and began to, and you have talked to Alyssa. What are you doing next?
No, you're not doing this for me necessarily, but I do appreciate.
That's what you think. And she'll smile at you.
if you trust her, Andrea, I'll trust her. But I'm not going to hesitate to kill her if she tries to run off.
Let's come to.
You're breaking up, Ray.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Let's hope it doesn't.
I
we
wouldn't
all-
enjoy that. I wouldn't enjoy that as I look at Alyssa.
Yeah, we'd like to keep you and not have you taken back to prison or anything bad to happen to you, despite what you might think.
Don't think that at all.
Good. Then let's get the hell out of here, because it's not safe.
Are we doing this tonight, or wait until tomorrow?
I say we do it under the cover of darkness.
I agree.
Let's do
I
it.
operate best in the dark.
I do not. But neither do they.
Who got hit like real bad in the last fight?
I
did.
I'm good. Are you
I
good?
don't know how. I had 53 hit points. Or I think that was from before, though, because we exited. No.
But we had taken a long rest.
Something else happened? Maybe I took a bunch of damage then. I don't recall.
I took a bunch. I took around 100 points.
I mean, it wasn't a lot, but I was at 53 hit points.
Plus my bear form's HP.
Anyone need a little pick me up?
But I healed
I'm
a bunch.
back up.
for
No,
that.
I did my hit die. I'm good now. I was just
So
saying before.
yeah. So I guess my question is, after the short rest, is anyone not
Oh,
feel
no.
prepared to go?
No, I'm good now.
I'm not at full, but I have enough HP. I'm not worried about it. So
Okay.
unless you have something that like literally doesn't do anything other than heal, I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, let's at least go scout. Maybe we go scout the camp tonight. Depending on what we find, we'll determine what we want to do.
Oh, Ray's favorite song.
So,
Okay.
what are you guys doing?
Sneaking. Sneaky,
Yeah,
sneaky,
well,
sir.
We'll all get close, and then
So you're about, I would say you're probably a little over 1,000 feet from that light. What you think is the camp. You're not sure if it's the camp or not. But you're about 1,000 feet off.
Just get a
Do
little.
you mind if I clear this, Ray?
Yeah, go ahead. It's not stealth music. I love it, but it doesn't fit the mood.
Sneaking. Gotta love that Okami.
Yes. There we go.
So 1,000 feet.
Roughly. You're not really sure.
How long would it take us to sneak 1,000 feet?
A few minutes. I mean, it's like a quarter mile.
Okay.
A little less.
Yeah, but if you're sneaking at a slow pace, I
Probably
mean,
like 10 minutes.
Less than an hour. If it's less than an hour, fine.
I would say probably half hour.
Okay. So I'm gonna do pass without a trace.
Okay.
And stealth.
Do we want to all go?
Let's all get close.
Yeah, we can
And
all at
then
least get
Alyssa
close and go
and
from
I
there.
will do the con.
Oh, I needed that pass without a trace.
Big yikes.
Freya just through the jungle.
Yeah, that's why I cast pass without a trace.
And I believe you have advantage, right, Alyssa?
No, but it's only like one less.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
do.
one less, but it's not 20, so.
24.
It's an
Well,
ability.
34, I guess, with the pass without trace.
You guys make your way, you guys hunker down, and you begin to make your way towards this light in the distance, or this lighted background. It takes you. Okay, so it takes you the better part of probably 30-ish minutes. Just because the swamp here gets incredibly thick. And you make sure to take the non-beaten pathways that look like there's more tracks to them to try and be a little more hidden and off the beaten path. After about like 1,100 feet or so, 1,200 feet, you get up to where all of a sudden the swamp is cleared. Like it just comes to an end. And you look before you and you can actually see where somebody has taken something and cleared out a portion of the swamp. And you look off another couple hundred feet, probably like 500 feet or so, 600 feet, and you see the front of this gigantic. You were expecting a small wooden put together fortress, smaller fortress of some sort. What you come upon is this giant stone crafted fortress looking deal in the middle of the swamp, surrounded by like a 40 foot moat and a drawbridge that's down. And as you guys are looking, you see a cart being wheeled through the on this like makeshift road towards the front of this like castle almost. And at the very front of it, so make perception checks.
God, I'm rolling like garbage tonight.
Ba-boom!
Kaz, rolling good.
This does appear like it's 100 feet in front of me, though. I can see up to a mile. as if it was 100 feet.
Okay.
If that helps my roll.
Yeah.
My 8.
Totally got. Yeah, I got you. So what you notice is so Henri, Kaz, and Alyssa. What you notice is it's a train of about 8 to 10 cages. Some of the cages seem to have packed in them 3 or 4 individuals. The tarp has been kind of pulled back, so you're able to make out several of them. What you notice is many elven-featured female, males, children. You notice some other humans. You know, you're not really sure what or why. And in the very back left tent, you notice a baldish, slender human male that looks rather familiar to you, Kaz. And you look a little tilted, and it looks a little like Ping. And the very front of the caravan,
Oh, I don't see this, sorry.
a large, oversized minotaur, dark fur, black fur, with these 2 giant pointed horns that go up towards the front, with this gigantic axe slung up over his shoulder. He seems to be yelling something at the caravan as these four guards or so are moving this caravan into the drawbridge. As you watch as the drawbridge just and closes up.
Place looks heavily fortified.
Ray, you're breaking up.
This place looks pretty heavily fortified.
And Henri and Alyssa, you notice at the top of these fortifications, you notice people walking along them with bows drawn. Heavy crossbow. I love how it's playing Harry Potter right now.
We're
Don't
sneaking.
hate. Yeah, we are sneaking.
Well, I don't have an invisibility cloak, but under the cover of darkness, that doesn't
Harry
really
Potter
matter.
has
It's all the same.
invisibility cloak. Well, how are we gonna get across this? See, I can see at least the drawbridge, right?
The drawbridge is just closed.
Yeah. How are we
No.
gonna get it?
She's just asking if you could see it. Because
You can see the more, and all you're able to see is the giant walls and a drawbridge and people going in.
What do I see with my 12?
About the same thing.
Okay, at least I can see the drawbridge, and that's enough to be like, well, how are we even gonna get across the water?
you can swim, right, Morn?
Yeah.
Twas a joke. Not a good joke. Sorry. Well, how are we getting in there?
The last time we all went swimming, it did work out. Nobody died, right?
I mean, it was really close. You were panicking, so can't have that happening. That might draw attention.
He wasn't
I was one hit away. Kaelin was down. Yeah, let's not do that.
No, it's not a good idea. There's gotta be another way. Rope trick?
Rope trick.
No.
Can we suspend it across the way?
Well,
I think so.
Freya, you have your jump thing, right? You can teleport. We've done that before.
Yes, but then there's no way to get out.
And, right.
That being
Kaz-
said, I mean,
Kaz can fly.
it is one way to get in, yes. But I can only take myself and one other person with me.
Kaz, if I turned myself into a spider, could you carry me over?
Yeah.
Oh, Ginge, how would that
I
work?
think-
Hold on. So, with my cape, I can bamf myself and one other willing participant. If that willing participant is holding on to somebody, or something like a spider, how would that work?
Or a bag of holding, per se? That happens to have...
I mean, my bag of
multiple-
holding goes with me, so if I put a spider in the bag of holding... No, because that's like a pocket
Yeah.
dimension.
A person can fit in the bag of holding.
They just have to hold their breath for,
For 10 minutes, yeah. So we can all put someone in a bag of holding.
But
No,
if there's enough,
It'd only have room for probably 2 people.
if there's enough air for one human to breathe for 10 minutes, then a spider could presumably breathe for a long time in there.
Well, let's.
It doesn't say, but it does say you bring along objects.
I know.
You can
out
also
of
bring
character-
one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
Mhm.
So technically, whoever I take with me can.
We could get all 5 of us in that way.
Might be bending the rules.
You can try it and find out. See what happens.
It definitely
Fuck that. I don't like
out
that
of
idea.
character, I can say that it definitely does work, and oftentimes parties will put their non-stealthy person in the bag of holding to pass stealth checks. But now
But
Jins
this is
might
a
not be.
cape of Montek, though. This is not a stealth check.
Jins might troll us.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Maybe we scout the perimeter first. Try to see if there might be another way in.
There might be another bridge, but then we're gonna have the same problem. So this moat kind of thing goes all the way around it, then we're still stuck.
We don't even know where we're trying to go yet. Oh, what side to go up?
Yeah, it'd be good to know how fortified this place is. Obviously, there's people on the top, but that doesn't really tell us a lot. Is it crawling with guards on the inside? Is it mostly empty and most of the guards are, standing watch? I don't know. I mean, 8 to 10 wagons is a lot, so
8 to 10. Well, it's
8 to 10 carts.
cages.
Yeah.
It's like 3. It's like 3 carts hitched to one cart with like 4 animals in the front with 8 cages, like large cages on the back.
So it's bringing in a lot. So you would think that it would be pretty full on the inside.
I could look around as a spider. They're not likely to see it.
I'd really like to get in there myself. Sit with my own eyes.
I mean, you could fly over as
Really
a
don't want to swim.
hawk or something.
How would I do that?
Morn.
On. I haven't studied long enough to do that. Apparently flying is a tricky thing to learn.
I'm looking at something. Hold on.
What you doing?
What do you guys think?
I was was reading to see if I had another idea. It's not gonna work, so it won't matter. Well, it's clear that we can't just walk right in the front gate, and while we could spend time walking around the perimeter, we're probably gonna find more of the same. So we may need to find an alternative method to enter. But, I'm happy to walk around. Well, the rest of you maybe think? I'll see if I can find anything.
I'll go with you.
I'm gonna reach over to Morn and put my hand out. Can I have it back now?
No bow for you.
No bow.
Oh!
You'll be fine without it.
You can use mine.
Promise. Well, I have a bow. I have the.
Oh, right.
Promise
We'll
that
talk
you won't
about-
lose it.
We'll talk about this later, and I'll hand it back.
Okay. I'll quickly put it over my shoulder. Alright. And then me and Henri are going to... Okay, here's the thing, you guys. FYI. Pass without a trace. When I walk away from you, you're not going to have it anymore. So...
Well, do you want me
actually, all of you rolled okay for stealth, so actually it wouldn't be so bad.
I mean, it's
Do you
dark, and we're gonna stay a good distance away. So
Yeah.
Do you want me to join you as a spider in your bag?
I'm not going to cross yet, so I think this spider idea would work best if... Why is
Unless
there a
they're
trick order?
out.
Yeah, but if the drawbit bridge lowers, maybe there's a way for you to quickly sneak across or something.
Do you have any ideas, Alyssa?
I like the idea of scouting around. We never know that it'll be the same if we don't go out and try. Maybe there's a side hole we could sneak in or something.
What the hell, Kai?
What? That.
Trying to burn my bow. Anyway,
The one bow
it's up-
shoot them all.
it's up to you, Morn, but if that bridge lowers, that might be your way across without having to hold your breath in my bag. But it's your call.
I'd only need to be in the bag while we were crossing the river. Once we're to the other side, I can go wherever we need to go.
It's true. Then if you want to come with, it's up to you.
I think the more eyes, the better, right?
Alright, so we're gonna leave Kaz and Alyssa.
No, I'm coming with.
So we're gonna leave
Then everybody might as well come along.
So
Yeah.
Kaz, are you gonna hang out or we're all going to adventure walk?
Kaz is like, alright, well,
I guess I'll
Here,
go.
let the zombies eat me.
I was gonna hang out and get drunk, but I guess I'll go with you.
Well, if you put it that way, I don't have to go with.
Oh my god.
No,
No, I'm
we're
kidding. I'm not saying
doing
that.
this now.
You guys are trying to get rid of my bow.
Save that
What
for
the hell?
later. After we
Martin.
Back
save
scratcher.
everyone.
Martin's way too focused right now.
so it's about 7:30 at night, FYI. And it is dark. But you notice like giant braziers at each corner of this building, kind of lighting up like a radius around the whole encampment.
Well,
Gone to
I guess we'll all go.
schools.
It's pretty dark, and they're in the light. We'll be in the dark, so we'll be pretty hard to spot
Mhm. Let's do it.
as long as we don't make too much commotion.
Let's do it.
Perimeter check.
Okay, so you guys are just walking the whole perimeter, or are you guys going up to a certain side, or what are you doing?
Well, are there any sides that don't have the moat separating them from us?
You're not sure.
I'd also be curious on the width of the moat,
You said
I
it was
said-
30 to 40 feet, yeah.
Correct.
the entire way around.
You're not sure.
Right.
In the front, yes.
That's how I was.
So, are you guys walking the perimeter?
So
Okay.
it would appear stealthily with pass without a trace still.
Yeah, I'd say we're like still in the forest line, right? That's the idea here.
Yeah, I would
So you
say
guys
we're not
roll-
walking right at the edge of it. We're gonna
Right, we're
still
poking our head out like every so many feet or whatever.
So make a perception check.
Shit off, Ginge.
What?
Roll on your dice. I hate it.
I'm just playing with it.
Uh-huh.
Morn would be at disadvantage.
Correct.
Let's see what my elf eyes see.
What do your elf eyes see?
I don't know. I have to wait for him to tell me.
I can see distance really well though, so if it's lit up, I might be able to see something.
Well, you rolled you rolled better than Kaz even with disadvantage.
That's not a surprise.
Oh my god, Kaz.
So Alyssa and Andre, you guys are able to make out a decent amount. So what you kind of see is all the way around. You see pretty much actually you wouldn't even see all that shit. But it looks almost the same way all the way around. The moat looks to be about 30 or 40 feet off of the building. The drawbridge seems to be the only entrance in through the front. And on the very, very back side, you see a road that leads down to what you're assuming the river. There's actually a cleared path that heads down away from the fort. So possibly river drop-offs, some kind of secret entrance or exit.
Do we see any doors or openings in the back of the fortress?
No.
Okay.
You do see almost like as you get to the very back, like you don't go up towards the building. You actually you see kind of like a makeshift path. So it looks like they come up and then they follow around the building into the front. And that's the whole way around is what you see.
What about guards? We see guards about this same distance as we kind of see in the front throughout the whole way, or
Roughly,
are there more in the front, less in the back, or?
there's a couple less in the back. But it looks like when you watch it for a little while, Alyssa and Andre, you guys would be able to make out that they seem to transition every couple minutes. They're just kind of walking the edges of the perimeter. Some seem a little slower than others.
Are they all carrying torches, or
A couple are carrying, every other is carrying a torch, and actually probably not every other. Every other, like 1 and 2 maybe has them, and they kind of peek up over the side. But it's mostly just these large braziers. And Andre,
I mean, I could.
you would actually notice that the couple towards the back side, they seem to be a little more lazy. They're not as paying attention as the ones in the front.
Well, I'm not expecting anything. Try to cross the moat.
Probably not.
Get in from the back here. That be
How tall is the wall?
Make a perception check. Okay,
Cool.
pretty tall.
I mean, Kaz, did you
Do we
expect anything
think it's
different?
tall enough to where if we scaled it and we were able to pull the guard down over it, that they would be killed when they hit the bottom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Andre, you would say it's probably like 150 feet.
Damn. Okay.
But I'd say probably about 100 feet. About 100 feet. 60 to 100 feet, roughly. But yeah, if you climbed up and pulled the guard up over the side, yeah, he probably would die.
I mean, he'd probably be stunned when he hit the water.
Yeah.
That sounds like not a bad way to do it.
I mean, we have to scale a 150-foot wall.
It's more like 60 to 100.
So
What I'm worried about.
idea. Oh wait, I would not have seen this. So Henri would have had to tell me that there are potentially 2 guards who would be easily taken off guard.
Correct.
Does she do that?
No idea.
I would like to check and see my primeval awareness. If there is any of those types of creatures present. Particularly the last one.
How far out is like 6 miles?
1 mile, if
Oh.
because I'm not in my favored terrain.
Yeah, you do get some blips, but not within the castle. Behind you, at the edge of the 1 mile, and like in the forest
Okay.
or swamp.
Fuck
Between
that!
forest.
Henri, would you have told us about the guards being a weak spot?
I did mention it.
You did mention it?
I said I think the back way is where we want to go if we can get over there. Since the guard is less...
How spaced
attentive.
How spaced out are the guards, Ginge?
On the backside,
Yeah.
it varies. They're just where they are now because obviously I can't make them move individually.
Right, so if there was like, if I targeted 1 guard, how far away would the next one be?
On the backside,
Yes.
depends. The one that you're looking at, I would say here's the corner you guys are looking at right now. It's kind of the back left corner.
Mm.
And the center is more for if you guys get in. I just didn't really feel like fucking with that right now.
Oh, the top? That rounded corner?
Yes.
I think,
So, I have an idea.
well, before you say anything, I think it might be best if you save your proof for an escape. Wait, you can get one of us out.
That's
I think-
actually what I was going to suggest, but it might be a really quick and quiet way to get up there and get rid of him.
It would. But if I can make it across and climb up, as long as I stay out to the light, see me.
That's only if he relies on dark vision.
And I doubt it's dark on the ramparts.
Exactly. If he doesn't have it, then can't see me at all.
No, I thought it was creatures that rely on dark vision can't see you.
If they rely on dark vision to see me in darkness, like they normally would be able to see me, they can't.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So something that doesn't have dark vision can't see me either way.
Wouldn't be able to
Okay.
see it anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are the guards holding torches?
Some are, some aren't.
What about this one, that lazy one that we're
But-
dealing with?
But if someone was watching
Nope.
the walls from far away, then they still wouldn't be able to see me.
So there's dark spots on the
Area of
wall.
shadows.
Well, this lazy guard that we're talking about right now doesn't appear to even have a torch.
But light emits from the other guards.
But
Oh,
they're
dark.
fairly
I guess-
spaced.
I guess other dark spots on the wall. I guess that's it.
The other dark spots on the wall, it would be like in the middle-ish of the back. Like he walks by it every once in a while, and you see him kind of like drag like a torch and kind of like waves it around, and then like he's like the way he's doing it is very like, why the
Black-
fuck am I getting paid to do
lackadaisical.
this? Yeah, like you can tell. You can tell that he just really is not. Like, nothing's ever really happened, so he doesn't really care.
Mhm.
And he's probably not getting paid enough to care.
Classic.
So, we could either climb up, pull him down, or we could climb up one of these hidden areas after he patrols. That would be an option too.
I still think it might be best if I go alone.
But then you'll be by yourself on the other side.
This is true.
You can't be over there by yourself. You can't go alone.
I'll come with. I can climb much better than you can anyway.
Well, I'm not going to engage right away. Not
Neither am I. I
until
just want to make sure you're safe.
Well,
I mean, I
if
was
Alyssa goes with you, I would feel safer.
okay, but I move first.
Absolutely. Right behind you.
When this guy's dead, you want to just like make a hawk noise, and then we'll
Yeah,
Caw-caw.
I'll do
and
like
then we'll climb up.
I'll do a whippoorwill.
Yeah.
So, that insight roll was for Alyssa, actually.
4?
So I said, oh, I'd feel safer, and then I'm looking at her, and I'm trying to gauge if she actually means.
What she said?
Yeah, if
I
she
would
actually
say with the
means.
24, Alyssa, did you mean
Well,
what you
if
said?
If she,
Yeah, right behind Captain.
She seems truthful. That she actually is trying to either protect Henri or is going to be helpful or try to be helpful.
Then I'll stick by what I said and give them a nod. Be safe.
I'll like step up to the edge of the water and just be like,
Okay, so you're making your way across towards the moat.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
make
like
a-
arm
make a-
crawl.
Yeah, make a stealth check because this is about both you. Whoever's going across to the moat, make a stealth check because you got to cross about a
It's
100
still-
foot gap.
I mean, it's pretty dark, yeah. So my umbral sight.
Yeah, it's very dark.
yeah.
So
I'm invisible to anything that doesn't have dark vision or has dark vision and doesn't have a light source.
I mean, there's a light source once you get about 25 feet from the castle.
wall.
There's a giant brazier at each one of these corners.
Okay.
So it goes out about 25 feet. So up to that 25 feet, actually, no, you would be good up to the moat then.
Well,
Yeah, you would be good up to the moat because the moat is about
I would want
40
to
feet
circle
out.
around to somewhere where there isn't light.
Well, there's no light at all out. So okay, so the moat goes about 40 to
Confused.
50 feet out.
Yeah.
Sorry. So up to the moat, you're
Right.
unseen. You are unseen. So then you would have to roll stealth once you cross into the water to go towards the building.
Okay,
You see what I mean?
Is there light
Because
on the
there will
water?
be light, yes. And that's all the
Is
way
there
around.
anywhere that all the way around?
Well, probably in the very center here, it would be a little dimmer because the braziers are at each side.
Okay.
So you might have a gap in the very center where it would be a little less.
I gotta go where most shadows are. Best chance of success.
So, Alyssa, though, you will need to roll stealth
Sure.
as you follow behind, as Andre
Yeah.
kind of slips in front of you, and you actually lose sight of her for a second. You kind of, with your keen senses, you're able to keep on her tail tight.
Just follow my scent.
You got it.
Oh, come on.
Alyssa just, okay, yep.
Aye,
God, that's
aye.
awful. That's awful.
Jeez, Andre, what did you eat?
I had a bunch
Um,
of beans. I'm sorry.
I found them in the forest. They're really bad. Anyways, you make your way across this field. You guys get up to the edge of the moat now. You guys are about centered on this castle, and where the two braziers lock, there's kind of just like a slight 2-foot radius in between each, where the light is very dim crossing this moat.
How far are they from that spot? The braziers.
$50 feet, 40 feet on each side.
Hmm.
I have an eagle claw one, Kaz. Just a big. Oh yeah.
Are there any rocks at the edge of the water? Like small, be this size or smaller?
Make an investigation check. Yeah, you find like a couple that look pretty small.
I'll pick up like a couple handfuls.
You're able to find like 3.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, those used. The edge of the water. She's gonna be like, ooh, and just like barely tiptoe in.
Okay.
Just like stick a foot in and be like,
It's cool. It's very murky. Think well, for us up here in the north, a slough. It's very, yeah, more nose. Think murky green algae type water. Smells horrendous. Very stagnant.
yeah, I can picture. That's not what she's worried about.
Yeah.
Just the water in general. Not good.
Okay.
Alright.
You begin to swim across. Yeah. Okay. Honor begins to get up to your chest, and all of a sudden the ground tapers off, and you're floating. And you begin to slowly glide across, stealthily. Alyssa.
I'm falling behind.
Okay. Alyssa wades in. You
I
guys
don't know.
begin-
I don't know if you can smell fear, Alyssa.
what shit and piss smells like. So.
Fuck off. But if you can, it's strong.
Natural 20 on Honore and a 15 on Alyssa.
No.
What the fuck?
All of a sudden, Alyssa, you guys are swimming and you're wading across.
Oh no!
And you feel something slither around your ankle.
I fucking
And
knew
all of a
it.
sudden, Honore bobs below the surface.
I
It's gone.
fucking forgot about the damn
right
water.
in front of
Fuck.
you, Alyssa, as you're wading across, and all of a sudden you're like, Okay, we're really close. You guys are like 20 feet off. You guys are in about the middle of the moat at this point, 20 feet off, and you watch as Henri, you kind of like, whoa, what the fuck? And she's gone.
Like, beneath?
Like beneath.
Oh my god.
Would we have seen this?
Nope.
Why?
She's invisible to anyone that relies on dark vision.
Ow. Ah!
I mean, you might have seen.
But you're not.
How did we forget
well,
about the damn water? Why did we not check that?
I checked. I mean, I used primeval awareness, but I guess that didn't count for whatever was actually in here.
Yeah, Ginge. Primeval awareness.
And
Any
it wasn't
blips?
one of those.
Any blips?
It's to
DM
beat
mistake?
The monster.
No? God damn
DMs
it.
don't make mistakes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, it
Okay.
only
Never.
senses aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and
No, I mean, it's not
Alright.
going to cover that kind of thing.
Alright. I'm just bummed
Okay,
because
so-
we should have known.
Can I get the rest of the way across?
Yeah, easily. Takes you like a minute, if not even a minute, like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And you get across, and all of a sudden you're like,
Well, yeah, I'm gonna scramble to shore as fast as possible. We'll still remaining stealth, but I'm gonna quickly fumble in my pack, grab a rope, and throw it out back out to the middle of the moat.
okay. So you scramble and you grab a rope and you throw it out, and you're just like fishing at this point, like you're skimming the water.
Yeah.
So, Henri, as all of a sudden you are pulled beneath the surface, not really sure why or what's got a hold of you, and you're like just blobbing. So, you look down, and about 30 feet, 40 feet below you, you see this almost giant, like squid-looking creature with about 5 or 6 arms, just like it almost looks like seaweed.
and it's gone.
Yeah. Seems like your legs brushed something, and that was the reason it sensed you. Yeah, make an attack. Or if you want to try and break the grapple, that works too.
Cut the booger off!
I'll try to break the grapple first.
Yeah. You lean down and you like feel where it's got where the tentacle. It almost feels like seaweed. Like it feels like kelp. It's weird. It's not like fleshy, but it is fleshy. It's got a weird texture to it.
I guess my survival instincts are overriding my just fear
Panic.
of everything right now.
Henri just quits out like a quick little squirt and it runs down her leg and it gives you enough lube.
Fuck off.
And you reach down, you feel where this has got your ankle, and you grab the end of the tentacle and you peel and you take your knife and stick it into the end of it, and it lets go. And you begin to, you're about 10 feet below the surface of the water at this point. And you start to swim up quickly. Make a perception check. With, no, because you have dark vision, so make a perception check. Yeah. Right as you break the grapple and you look up, about 3 feet ahead of above your head is a rope gliding across the water.
I'm grabbing it.
Okay, Alyssa, you feel all of a sudden something take hold of the rope.
And I'll like tug on it twice.
Yep, I'll start pulling her towards me.
Yeah. So all of a sudden you're just like on across.
And I'm like,
Okay. You avoided something really nasty as you get to shore.
we're back where we started, yeah.
No, I went across
No,
the other way.
You're on the other side.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys
Oh.
are on. You guys are up next to the
There's just
stone
like
building.
a teeny little bit of land there.
I would say probably enough for you to stand and your toes kind of point over the edge. It's like a tiny little shore.
Itty bitty beach.
What the hell was that?
Some fucking squid thing.
And as you're sitting there, out in the middle of the water, you watch as these tiny little tentacles poke up against the water and kind of like, almost like they're looking for something. And then they go back to resting, and they stop moving, and they look exactly like weeds.
I'll retrieve my rope.
Okay.
And I thought I hated the water. Is this a creature that I might know something about?
Probably no. No, you would not living up north.
Fair.
All right, well, after you, we got some scouting to do.
Yeah, just... Start climbing.
Okay, so you're gonna start climbing up.
Yep.
I'll be right behind her.
Okay, so
And just in case, like while we're moving, I'll have my cloak shift to be like the same color as the walls,
okay.
the same color as the stone.
Okay, so make a athletics or acrobatics. Okay. You begin to find little place holes in the stone wall, and you guys, you just kind of begin to slowly just make your way up the side. Alyssa?
Natural climbing speed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yep, son of a bitch.
And I'll
she-
deliberately slow my pace if she's going a little bit slower, just because I promised I would be behind her.
Yep, I actually was getting ready to mention that all of a sudden, like, Alyssa just starts to scoot up next to you.
No,
So,
I said I'd be behind her, so I'll be behind her.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm going pretty slowly. I'm still a little shaken.
Okay. You begin to make your way up, and actually, as you get up, you look down in the moat, and you're actually able to make out a little more of the creature. And there's not just one, there's several. And then it looks like there's small fish that are swimming through as well, with giant spines off the back. But you guys halfway up, 75% of the way up. You guys are now just below the cusp of the top.
I'll go up over the lip.
Okay. You peek your way up over, and you are
Or,
right.
Go.
Yep. So make a perception check. Okay. So you come up right here. The guard is right here.
Over there.
Yep. And he's just like, you see him, he's kind of like hunched down, he's playing with something. Probably doing something he's not supposed to be doing.
Fucking.
Playing cards, or he's dicking with something that he's not supposed to be doing.
Fucking jerking around on shift.
Yeah. I mean, we all have
So-
that guy.
Is the brazier like?
Right about
On-
here-ish.
Oh, it's there. Okay.
And it's like, it's up like 10, 15 feet. It's just like emitting about 25, 30 feet around.
Only that. If only I had a greater range than 30 feet on this.
So you peek up over the edge, and that's what you notice. Alyssa's like right next to you.
Lean back. One target.
All right.
Lose my advantage.
This guy is gonna move this direction. Just don't see him no more.
Oh, the one who was like down over here.
Yep. It's a larger map, so you can move the map around on you guys' screen.
Right.
It's actually 4 different pieces.
I could see how that would be.
Yeah, it didn't want to do the whole thing. It'd have been really cool if it would have, but
Yeah, you probably. Well, I imagine the resolution of the image was just too big.
yeah, it was 5 megabits, and then this was, I think it was like 21 for the whole thing.
God
So
damn.
that's all you're allowed is 5, which is nothing. But
I wonder if with like a pro subscription or some shit, if you could do. More
I
than-
looked. Nope,
No.
it's just 5.
Really?
Now,
Wow. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll move over this way a little bit, like kind of
What you
staying
got?
below the parapets.
Okay. And this guy is going to begin to stop dicking around.
the-
He's going to
what-
start
The
moving this direction.
crenellations. Okay, he's moving closer.
Yep. He's kind of doing his like lazy round. He's kind of like, and like walking.
Once he comes around, we both grab him and chuck him in the water, yeah?
I'm with you.
Out of character, do you have a better athletics than mine?
What? It's a +7.
Okay, so I'll help you in the grapple.
Okay. I'll be like, no.
Yep.
Make your grapple.
You
At
Metal Gear
advantage.
Solid that motherfucker.
Again.
Oh,
Nicely
yeah!
Hell yeah!
Both of you guys, same time, up over the edge. Like for an instant, you just over the side.
I'll
over
grab him like specifically, like to cover his mouth as I. Pull
Are
him
you
over.
are you holding him?
No. I'm like hand to mouth and then
So how are you holding onto the side of the wall?
she grabs him with her like under the shoulder or whatever, and I grab him like underneath the neck. That.
How about I cover his mouth and you throw him off the side?
That'll work. Yeah.
Because I'm helping you.
True.
Okay. So like you guys just both instantly reach up. One of you guys hand like full hand over the mouth, like you grab, and then he's like ooh, ooh, and then the other one up over the shoulder, and just like you reach over and like pull him, and he's just gone. You hear like a ooh.
Go look
kinda-
around. Did anybody see?
You look over the edge where he landed, and you see him hit the water, and he kind of like looks up, like you see him kind of start to come towards the surface, and then you watch his bubbles, and he gets pulled back below the surface. So that guy is gone. Make a perception check. Yeah, you see nothing. The guard on the opposite side is actually walking away from you guys towards kind of like it's like another setup like this, except for he's walking around the corner this way.
Okay. We see him going away.
He's going away.
Okay. I will get up side.
Okay.
And move over get within 30 feet of the brazier.
Yep. You're
Okay.
there now.
Most excellent. Gonna use a new little trick I learned from an old friend.
Better not be thaumaturgy. Oh my god.
Too soon. Too soon.
The next character to die.
Okay, pull
Fuck you.
it.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it, Omri. Don't do it.
I'm using it to dim the flames. But I want to try to do it as slowly as I possibly can.
Okay.
To try to do it without somebody, like not so it doesn't just go from bright to like, oh, it's dark.
Okay, so. Okay.
The spell that ended a cleric.
So.
Sorry, the cantrip that ended a cleric.
So. How do I want to go about this? No, I'm not gonna go down that road. So you slowly dim it. Okay. The flames have dimmed. The radius is about 5-10 feet now, instead of the 25 to 30.
Works a lot better. More room to move around. All right.
This guy begins to make his way back this way.
You see him?
No, not yet.
Well, what next?
I'm trying to bring at least some of them.
This is about like here, and like all the way around this little circle. It's like a wall about 8 feet, 10 feet tall. It's kind of like a little pillar, and then at the very
Gotcha.
top sits the
brazier.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to head the other way. To the other brazier.
Okay, towards the other one.
Like to the other. And if there's any torches or anything like like in sconces or whatever along the way, I'll do the same.
Okay.
That way anybody who's looking like from a distance at them will still see them lit, but they'll be low.
Okay. There's like 1 or 2 torches along the backside. Okay, you just dim them down. Begin to slowly make your way along. What are you doing? You've dimmed the lights. The brazier sits kind of right about here, about 10 feet up.
Is he moving?
Yeah, he's kind of like moving along the edge, kind of look. This one has a torch, and he's like looking over the side. This one seems a little more vigilant.
Hmm. Say we do another shove.
Sure thing.
And I'll start my way up.
Okay, roll stealth check. You're trying to sneak up on.
Thank God for that advantage.
Okay, yeah. You guys are able to get down and get along the wall and continue on. Doesn't seem to pay, actually. Yeah, no. Okay, you get up right next to him, really close, and he puts the torch over the side. You see him look. You see him look like really close, and as he looks towards like the where you guys dropped that other guy off, and he kind of like looks in the direction of the water.
When he leans over the side, we're going for it.
Yeah, he leans over. He looks like he's looking at something like specific.
Yep.
Admit it.
Are you helping me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to. Oh, that. Well, I rolled another die in D&D Beyond. It was a 22.
Oh,
Can we say that you atomic wedgie him over the edge of the wall?
make perception checks. More than disadvantage.
As like right when we grab him and I put my hand over his mouth, I'll just go, "Nice night for a swim," and then dunk him.
Wait, we would see this potentially?
Well, possibly. If you got high enough.
Whoa! If I can see it.
Morn, no.
And then as soon as that's done,
So Morn, or not Morn, Freya, what you actually see, Kaz, you kind of see what happens. Freya, you see a little better than most because of with the elven traits. You actually watch this one hit the little sliver of land and then hit the water. So face first, and you watch him crunch and scorpion and then hit the water.
Ooh, I'm gonna wince.
Hi.
Visibly wince when I see that.
Me too.
Does it look like his tidy whities are out in the back?
Yeah.
Uh,
Except for they're not tidy whities, they're more of like a boxer, but they're kind of, you think they're white, but you're not really sure. They might be stained.
oh. Ugh.
They're not
But
wet
you-
anymore.
Yeah, but you watch this one, you watch him go up over the edge, face first, and the little sliver of land, because he's like right next to the wall, hits scorpions and then folds into the water.
Fucking ouch.
Yeah, he dead. He dead.
Stinks.
Aye. Yeah, the other one was kind of like chilling
Possibly.
for a second before he got.
Honestly, I'd prefer the fate of the second guard than the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
least
quick.
that-
I mean,
oh.
you know, you don't know if he died though. He might be like fucking paralyzed, laying there and unable to
Just
scream for
drowning
help or
at
anything.
the bottom.
And you just laying there.
why did
Oh,
you
Yeah.
went dark.
That-
Why did you
No, no,
That's
no.
what would happen if you're paralyzed and you fall in the water.
And you just lay
Okay.
there.
Let's get back to stealth gameplay.
Yeah, so 60 to 100 feet. I'm pretty sure if he scorpions
Ow.
face first, probably not paralyzed.
No,
Probably
he
dead.
He dead. I mean, a
Um,
30-foot fall could kill a person.
Yeah.
So 100 feet.
And this
Face
guy
first. Fuck.
is actually making his way this way as well.
I'll dim lights very, very slowly.
Oh yeah. This one turns, noticing the lights dimming, and begins to make his way towards that.
Do we hear him coming?
Make a perception check.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Both you guys notice it. You guys hear the, ooh. Nathaniel, what are you doing over there?
He had to be Nathaniel.
And I'll like peek out from around the corner. Like just hold on. I'm doing something. Where is it? Where? Yes, okay. Hold on. This is one of my like
Moon elf
radio-
magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Beep. Boop.
Okay, so roll 5d8.
Yep.
Oh, what are you doing this 1 second? Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be right back. Dang, that's a nice roll for sleep.
We'll come back.
I hope this works. I can't upcast it because it's a racial ability, so it doesn't work. We're gonna have to pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my god. Totally fucking on. Everything is under control.
Everything is under control.
Ooh. Creepy. Every time you do that, you still remind me of that shadow voice thing from Hellblade.
In the first age, before the shadows lengthened, one stood.
I don't remember the whole thing.
Oh my god. So fucking creepy. Oh, he says like in this waking nightmare.
Oh
wait,
yeah.
Wait.
I was trying to think of the Slayer's Testament from Doom, but
I can tell it to you in a second. In this waking nightmare where all dreams come true, you search for control, a way to pull through.
In this waking nightmare,
Where all dreams come true, you search for
where
control.
all dreams come true, you search for control.
Oh god.
and
A way to pull through.
A way to pull through.
When you were in love, you left him in tears.
When you were in love, you left him in tears.
Fucking shit, Ray. Telling ya, it's creepy as hell.
guys, just what face?
Times 2. He's like, fuck this. Right, Kai? Doesn't he sound exactly like it? Here, I'm gonna play it.
Here's what I was going for.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood, burned by the embers of Armageddon, his soul blistered and tempered by the fires.
Fuck. I started going too long. Why is it like that? Hell.
Wait,
Burned by
1
the
second.
embers.
I'm playing it. Let's see if it goes.
Come for us all. Death comes for us all.
Alright. Ooh, yeah, my tummy is. Alright, so yeah. So he comes around the corner. And as he comes around the corner and notices you, you instantly slap the hand up.
And as I'm going to like go around the corner, let's say it's to Alyssa. If he doesn't fall asleep, go for his face.
Very unspecific. Alyssa immediately mauls the face.
As long as she makes it
Hey.
quiet.
It's chopped.
He crumples and falls to his knees. Oh no, dude, Kai, yeah, my stomach's rolling. It's straight water, man.
Oh.
Boy.
What did you eat? Oh, you know it's from the shot. Yeah. Damn, that sucks.
I'm rolling right now.
Yikes.
Hang in there, Jin.
We're trying. I'm trying to make it to the end of the session, but it's like I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, come on, get through this. We're sweating. That's how bad it is. We're sweating. He crumples and falls to his knees, and he's just laying there.
Over the edge, yeah?
Oh,
In my mind.
he's having a nice dream, and all of a sudden, dream's gonna end.
It doesn't necessarily need to end. You just
Okay. So you both pick him up and just Heave-ho!
It'll be like one of those dreams where you dream that you're falling, and then you wake up, but he
Except
doesn't
he
wake
won't.
up.
That's horrible.
Aw.
Okay, so are you guys throwing him over, or are you dropping him?
Dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to keep him as close to the wall as possible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
What's our next line of attack?
okay, so you guys drop him over the edge, and you hear a "Ah!" as he hits the edge and then hits the end of the water. Very, very like bone cracking, nasty noise.
More like a. I don't.
What's our next line of attack?
Did I manage to dim the thing all the way?
Yeah. So the whole backside, the lights dimmed to about 5 feet now.
So there's mostly shadow.
But on the opposite side, the flame is starting to peak up again.
Oh.
On this side, it's down to about 5 feet.
I guess it doesn't last forever. Well, at this point, I'll move back towards the middle ways.
Okay.
And or wait, no.
Up.
Okay, Kaz, let's get that high perception roll.
Roll those perceptions and see if you can hear them.
Oh,
Just
well,
like,
I didn't do much better.
What did we expect?
Oh,
Okay, I
baby.
got you guys.
He's like, why are the birds awake?
Whippoorwills are night. They're nocturnal.
Are they? I don't
Yeah.
know birds. Man.
I'm just gonna
We're back.
I'll just stand up.
Kaz and Freya are both like off. You guys are listening to the sounds in the jungle behind you, and these like large creatures like
could have
moving
done that.
around, and you guys are both just like, oh, like behind you into the swamp. Like, oh, that sounded big. That sounded really big.
That's getting closer. That sound's getting closer.
Yeah, Morn's the only one that all of a sudden you just slightly hear what you think. It's-
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand up and say, "It's time."
It is time.
Okay,
All
you
right.
guys be able to make your way across the field.
Yep.
We might want to inform them of the guest lurking down below, yeah?
Oh yeah, we wouldn't fucking know that.
Yeah.
Well, how are we gonna get up? Can I? Would I be able to lift more to carry them up to the top?
If I was a spider, you could.
But
That's
we
all
would
now.
not
Yeah.
know about the water.
Right.
So we would
But
go
even
across.
apart from the water, just how are we gonna?
That
yeah.
still might be the best way for us to get up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not climbers.
Would I be able to carry Freya?
Try.
Would you?
I'll like look to Alyssa and be like, "You don't happen to have a bit of parchment, do you?"
Yeah, I do.
Can you write? Can you write a little note?
Sure.
Just say, "Don't go in the water."
You guys, Morn, Kaz, and Freya, you guys are up to the edge of the water at this point.
And
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be hesitating. That's the problem. I mean, he said it's time to go.
Kaz, can
And
you carry
they call-
Freya?
Why do I have to be carried?
Because then we could just fly to the top.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Okay, so you begin to write the note.
Yeah.
I wild shape
yeah,
into a
I mean, we
Spuda.
have no idea what they're doing. at this moment.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna crawl up Kaz's leg and then end up on his shoulder.
Don't give me that image.
I hate it so much.
Me too.
I rest in the middle of your ear. It's a nice
Stop
resting
it.
spot.
Don't even.
Oh!
Stop it.
And then
You can get the hell out of here with that shit!
I guess since the flight is from the boots, I could like piggyback Freya instead of holding her like just with my arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I could just put my arms. Yeah, piggyback.
Mhm.
So arms around the neck and legs around the waist.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure,
so I do
surely
that.
we could work that out. Right?
Do you need me to roll anything?
Mhm.
What do you want me to roll?
Strength check.
Fuck you! Why strength?
I mean, you're holding on as you glide off into the air.
Come on, guys. My rolls have been shit tonight. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's
I'm gonna
go!
laugh when Freya takes a dive.
Oh, that's not so bad.
That's enough.
That's not so bad.
So as you get to the edge and Alyssa is writing a note for nothing, she begins to write the note. and
So
she
if we
hands it
saw
over.
them, if we saw them go in the middle and not on the corner, I think we did, right?
We saw where the guards fell, too.
We would also notice that this is dimmer than the
Yes.
other side.
Yes.
So I think it makes sense to
Yeah,
go
you
up.
would have ran to the middle-ish or right-ish side,
Okay.
noticing the lights. I mean, you guys visibly saw the lights going
Yeah.
up and down.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys begin to glide up.
Pop here.
Oh,
You guys land at the top.
right. If you could, yeah.
Everything okay?
So far, so good. I think. I still think it might be best if, the Vanguard, us two, we go forward. You guys stay behind us a bit.
Do we want to completely take the flame away?
I was just trying to keep it low, as to not draw too much attention. It going out, it might actually be better, because then someone would have to relight it. I like.
Might draw some people into the dark over here.
Aye. If we get a group of them, I could use a spell, keep them quiet.
I'm gonna climb up to
Have
the
to
top
keep
of
them
the
in the area.
pillar.
Okay. So you're gonna climb up to the top of the brazier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I see into the center of the castle?
Yep.
I have dark vision now. So
Nice. Morin has dark vision.
So what you are able to make out is
I'm assuming this is like a roof, some sort.
possibly, yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah.
And you notice, I don't have them on this map, but you notice like several cages lined up.
And I'll also look for guards this way and this way.
Okay.
So I'm just
You
curious.
don't see you do see down this way about like 100 feet, kind of towards the end of it, a guard coming around the corner. and then you don't see anything down this way for a little ways.
Okay.
Well, do we want to make our way around the edge and try and finish these guys one by one?
Planning on eliminate their eyes in the sky.
I guess let's move forward, I guess.
Okay, which way are you going?
I guess Andre and Alyssa lead the way.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are heading that way?
Mm-hmm.
You guys make your way
And I
down
kinda-
and around.
I don't know how. I don't know if I can, like, control if I'm seen or not. But if I can, like, when they showed up, I would, have kind of, like, phased out of being, like, invisible a little bit if I can, and then as soon as I move forward, just back.
Yep. So, you guys are on to. You guys come down and like right towards the end of this that bow, you notice the guy kind of leaning up over the edge, looking around the corner. Like he's like looking over the edge.
One, two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll another
Looking
stealth
over
check.
the edge.
Okay. So he peeks up over the edge again and looks, and as he turns to like continue walking up the rampart, he stares right at you guys as you guys both grab him. Make your athletics. With advantage.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no. This one tries to fight you for a split second and kind of reaches out and goes to say something as Alyssa's hand goes up over the mouth, and Honor, you grab and just up over end backflip.
Does this guard notice?
Nope. He actually seems to be walking in the opposite direction.
Cool.
I am rolling like garbage.
Inching along.
Okay.
Oh, and it's lighter here, yeah.
Yep. That the brazier seems to be kicking pretty strong here.
Do we want to put it out or just lessen it?
Can you put it out slowly? Instant.
Yeah, I can lessen or expand the flame, or extinguish it. I don't really know. Presumably, I could do that, I guess. Wording is not very specific.
Which one?
Control flame.
Oh yeah, you can like put it out completely or bamf it up to make it roaring.
Don't do anything.
I'll like staying close to the wall. Get a beat on where these guys are at.
You see them both kind of stop. Like they seem to be having like a small little conversation.
Can I hear what they're saying?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Man, did you watch Game of Thrones last night?
Yeah, it's okay. Not really that great. Last season kind of sucked. Okay, you roll up on it. Oh, I don't know. Seems like a new shipment of people to send out. I hope these ones bring in a large purse. Be really nice too. Oh, yep, Morn just charges right in.
No, I'm a spider.
Oh, okay.
How big are you?
Very small.
Oh, okay.
Okay, did you roll stealth? Roll stealth. As a spider.
If one gets squashed.
Yeah. Possibly.
20.
Okay. I just rolled a natural 20. So, Morn crawls out and you begin to listen. And you kind of like get up close there and there. You guys hear him talking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It sounds like this be a big shipment. We got a couple really high-end ones. We could, hopefully it's a good payout. Usually they give us kind of a tip. But, fuck, I hate spiders. I fucking hate spiders. And starts stomping.
But I'm not a giant spider. Like,
No,
I'm
you're a
literally
small
like,
spider.
like I'm half an inch long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're a itty bitty little boy.
Yeah.
16 and a 7 to hit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the 16 hits.
Okay.
You have like 1 HP.
Yeah.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning
Yeah,
damage as
that's
it like
enough.
he just stomps on you. You guys all of a sudden.
If I see this happen, I'm gonna cast silence in this area.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss this guy over.
Okay. And it's just instantaneous. You don't need to.
No, there's no like save or anything because it just affects an area. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within
And that
range.
that doesn't require any components.
Nope.
Concentration.
Verbal and somatic.
Yep. So instantly you watch as all of a sudden they're just like stomping around and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden Morn just appears in between the two of them and they're both just like, oh, what the? And then you just see him start to scream and yell and nothing. And Morn, you're standing literally right in between the two of them.
Yeah, I reach. Okay, so I'm right between them. The guy to Morn's right, so that'd be the one on the left.
Yep.
And so I'll toss first.
And I'll try to go for the other guy.
So that's athletics, you said, right?
Yep.
And if
Yeah,
is
he
Alyssa
fails.
moving with
Natural 1 against Morn.
26.
Yeah, you instantly just grab
No
him
chance.
face to palm to like the head and just pick him up and drop him over the side. And
that's a grapple, right?
Yeah,
So I can use my extra attack to grapple the other one?
yeah. So the other one, go ahead. Alyssa and Henri come running around the corner as you like toss the first one over like just
we
one-handed.
were gonna go for that one.
Okay.
So I'll go.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did it instantly after the other one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you rolled a 20. Actually, you beat him by 1. I thought I had that
Damn.
one. So you watch as Morn just like appears between the two of them and then smiles and just the first one and the next one's like like this and he like puts up a little bit of a fight and you just watch Morn just Sparta kick him right off the side. End over end.
And I'll look at him and just be like,
I kind of have a worried look on my face though, because I'm not sneaky. And I just I'm gonna like sit down against this wall. or lean up against it, just kind of like flat against it.
It's just Marn. Stealthy Marn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because this can get to be a lot now as things continue, we're gonna end the session.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. There's a lot still left.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for joining us. Not to mention
I was gonna play the waking nightmare thing really quick.
Okay, yeah, not to mention my stomach is rolling again, and
Yeah, you gotta.
We love you, Ginge. Feel better.
Oi. My ass is raw.
Alright,
I'll
here,
be
here,
right
I'm
back.
playing it in, I'm gonna play it in stream. The sound.
What?
The waking nightmare thing. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true,
Nightmare. What is this?
you searched for control,
What are we doing?
a way
I'm
to
playing
pull
it
through.
in Twitch.
When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came. Through stormy black seas they raided these shores.
Well, I wish, Kai.
Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking with a little bit of, like, voice distortion, because obviously that's been doctored.
Mm-hmm.
You totally could do that. Or that's totally you.
Maybe.
Anyway. Thank you, for joining us stream and hanging out. Sorry for Tuesday edition. We will be back to Wednesday next week.
Our schedules are a little bit irregular.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been pretty good. It's very
True.
infrequently that it changes.
True.
Alright, everybody. Have a good night. Peace out.
Bye-bye.